My name's Jack Lowden, and I'm playing Anthony Wedgwood Ben. It was a lot of fun, being able to get up and do some of his speeches and things like that was quite cool. The main piece of research I did with Tony was there's this brilliant library of his diaries that he dictated himself. Whenever he go back to his hotel room, wherever he was staying, or his house, he just dictated straight into this tape recorder, so you can actually hear him after these events. You know, you can hear him coming into his hotel room even. What attracted me was Tony Benn. They just did the honour of playing him, of playing a tiny part of his life at all. It was it was a no-brainer, really. And no matter how small the part is, it's a vital part in the film, and it's, you know, I get introduced as Tony Benn. I mean, that alone is a privilege on camera. There was a great scene, a big dilemma of your principles versus the reality, which is, I think, what Tony Benn kind of struggled with his entire career. I think that's what he came up against, was the realities of once you're in power, your principles kind of have to go out the window somewhat. You can see that everybody is driven to tell their story. Everybody is, and it's one of those stories that not a lot of people know about or remember. And I think that's the main reason that they're making this film. Tony had a wife who was his world, by all accounts. Everything I've read, it's like everything that he did and all the important issues that he worked on, his wife was still the most important. It was the baseline for everything that he did. So I think he recognises that in Ruth and Zaretsy. He was disgusted by the racism of the British state, essentially. You know, to be involved in what he was involved in at that early age, the guy was incredible. He found somebody on his level pegging. Obviously, Ben didn't go through anything like Zaretsy went through, you know, any of the trouble that Zaretsy went through. But I think just somebody's brute determination to make something fairer, and that is what Ben was about, in my opinion. Was he fought against unfairness. David's just one of the nicest blokes on a set. He's so lovely, and he's such I mean, I've not spent enough time with him, but he's such a quiet-mannered, lovely person. And then they switch the camera on, and he turns into this extremely assured, determined man. You know, he really does transform back and forth. It's pure acting. It's brilliant. She goes into depth before we turn over for the first time. She really does. So any thinking that you've done is sort of met by her thinking. So everything's covered before you turn over. It's really quick, and it's a very, very relaxed set.